In the second part of 5.1, representing relations, we're going to look at bar graphs. So when elements of one or both sets in a relation are numbers, the relation can be represented as a bar graph. So we take a look at the different breeds of dogs can be associated with their mean heights. Consider the relation represented by this graph, and they want us to represent this relation as a table and as an arrow diagram. So in part A, we'll do it as a table. So in our table, we are going to have the breed of dog being our x-axis. So that's going to go on the left side of our table. And on the right side of the table is going to go the height in centimeters. So the mean height in centimeters. And we're going to start with the Afghan hound, and I'm going to use short forms again. So the Afghan hound, and it has a mean height of about 75. The Chihuahua has a mean height of approximately 20 centimeters. The Corgi has a mean height of approximately 30 centimeters. The Golden Retriever has a mean height of 60. The German Shepherd also has a mean height of 60, and the Malamute is approximately 65. So there would be our table. Now, in part B, they want us to represent this in an arrow diagram. So let's do arrow diagram now in part B. Our relation would be has mean height. So this is going to be the breed on the left-hand side arrow, or left bubble, and mean height is going to be the right side. And again, we'll put these in alphabetical order, and they are already, so we have Chihuahua, Corgi, Golden Retriever, German Shepherd, Malamute. And again, the heights again, 20, 30, 60, 65, and 70. 20, 30, 60, 65, and 70. And again, if the height shows up more than once, you only need to show it once in the arrow diagram. So the hound goes to, I missed, that shouldn't be 70, this should be 75. So there's our first relation. Chihuahua is going to 20. Corgi is going to 30. And then I have 60 for the Golden Retriever and for the German Shepherd. And the Malamute is going to 65. Okay, now we're going to expand your thinking a little bit. Okay, so in this example, again, you'll have to copy this one down onto your work package because I didn't photocopy this one. Sometimes a relation, as you'll see, will contain so many ordered pairs it's impossible to list them all. So they might only ask you to list a couple of ordered pairs from the set. Okay, so in this diagram, Western cities that are within 1 hour driving distance of other Western cities in Canada. In this case, we see that both sets in a relation are the same. So in part A, we're asked to write this relation in words. So basically, Western Canadian cities that are within 1 hour driving distance of another Western Canadian city. Okay, I invite you to pause the video and see if you can come up with, and in part B, they want us to list 2 ordered pairs that belong to this relation. Okay, I'm hoping you had a chance to try that. I've come up with a couple and see if you come up with the same. So one would be Moose Jaw and Regina. And the second one for me would be Vancouver and Langley. So again, you can compare those to the 2 cities you came up with, and I'm sure there's many possibilities, and I know there are. So there is a question or answer to question B. All right, there's a few more questions for you to try on page 261, 263, and again, you can check the answer key if you have any issues.